and make it a constant. To add any color, basically we have 6 digits for color codes, but to add colors inside the Dart we have to write 0, X and double F for the hexa color format, and then we can add our color. And you can see these 6 digits is basically an actual color, and this is, you can see a hexa domination, and this is also representing the opacity of this color. And over here you can see we have the color already assigned. Okay, let me add few more colors. Okay, here you can see I added bunch of colors just to teach you that you can play with anything. Sometimes when the applications are not that big, we are only using these some primary colors and maybe light dark colors, some of the neutral shades, and that's it. But as we are learning how to create professional applications, so in the large applications you can easily manage or handle colors like this. So I have basically, in the large applications you can easily manage or handle colors like this. So I have applications. So in the large applications you can easily manage or handle colors like this. So I have basically colors, primary, secondary, and accent. Then we have text colors. You can add more or remove this. Background colors, background container colors.
AI is changing the game for app development. Firebase is here to help.
Button colors, border colors, error and validation colors, and definitely some neutral colors. And on the left side you can see we have the colors being displayed. Okay, one more thing, that how we can add gradient colors. Now to create a gradient color we again have to go with the static constant, as it's a gradient, so we have to pass the gradient over here. Instead of color, name it linear gradient, because the current example is about to create a linear gradient. Okay, linear gradient requires colors, which is a list of colors. You can see a list of colors over here. We have to create a list like this. Now inside we can pass multiple colors. So I have passed 3 colors just for an example, and press Ctrl Alt L to align. And on the top we can also define begin. Alignment will be 0.0 to 0.0, begin from the start, both x-axis and y-axis, and then end it with some alignment like this. So you can play with these values. It's not a fixed, some rigid thing. So you can create gradients in this manner. So now, as you can see, we have default colors. We create a colors class. We have some default colors. We have some some default gradients. Okay, how we can use this? Let's go to main.dart, and inside I'm just going to demonstrate you that let's say we have some field which requires a primary color, so we have to call t colors. At the top you can see we have to import this colors dot whatever color we want to use. We want to use, let's say, linear gradient. It will go like this. We need a primary color, we will use it like this, and when you press the dot you can see we have all the properties we created right over here. So you can use any property you like. Once we have colors, let me just create few more classes with the same pattern. Okay, and here inside the constants you can see I've added multiple classes: API constants, colors, enums, image strings, sizes, and text strings. Okay, let's talk about each of them. First of all, let's talk about the sizes. It's a same class as we created a colors class. Same colors class. We don't have any private constructor over here, but you can create it. It's all up to you. Inside again we have to create sizes. So most of the sizes are in the double, so that's why we have to again use static constant double as a variable type, and variable name is XS. This is a small size, then extra small, small, medium, large, and XL. So these are some values. You can play with these values as per the need of your own application. Then we have icon sizes. Again, icon small, medium, large, and extra small. Font sizes, button sizes, app bar height, image size, default spacing between sizes. Yes, small, medium, and large. Divider height, product item dimensions. Definitely. After that we have border radius, small, medium, and large. Divider height, product item dimensions. Definitely you can play with all these values. It's all up to you. You can use few of them. You want to create your own. So this is the way we can define input field, radius and size, card sizes, image carousel, loading indicator size, grid view spacing. Definitely we will talk each of them as we go along. Okay, now let's talk about next the image strings. Now inside the image strings you can see it's a simple class. Again, don't have a a private constructor, but it's all up to you. You can create one. To create image strings, how we can create it? First of all, to create its return type is string. So we have a simple variable which is static, constant, and a string type variable, and then we have to pass string. The reason to create a separate file for image strings means that we have different type of images defined inside the assets. Right over here we will define each and every image inside these images, logos and icons. To use images inside our application, we have to copy and paste every time this string inside our design. So this is definitely a not good practice. Let's say our image is going to be changed. We want to have a new logo, and our logo is being used 10 times inside our application. So when we are going to delete that logo or we are going to add a new logo, then we have to find each and every time the same thing we have added, and then we have to replace it manually, which is not a good practice. That's why I always use a custom class. Inside I will define my logos. Each and every image we are going to use locally inside our application, I will define it over here. To get this path, you just have to click on an image. Let's say this is an image, right click on copy path reference, and inside you can get this path from content root, which is assets, icons, brands, and then the name of your image. So once you have pasted it over here, you just have to call your image like this, the way we have called our colors previously. Just have to call timages.dark logo. So that's it. Okay, let's talk about text strings. Text strings are again some text inside our application, and it's very useful to keep your text inside separate